Hello, this is Marissa with Design by Geeks and Rissa Rocks It, and today I'm going to show you how to assemble these really cute six-sided pencil box and our six-sided crayon box. And these boxes are great for back to school. They also make really cute teacher gifts. And as always, the links to buy these SVG designs are going to be in the video description. So each of these boxes assemble almost exactly the same. You're going to start out with a black box shape, and then you're going to be gluing some pieces on top. So as usual, you're going to start out by cutting out all of your pieces. The pencil has 5 different papers that you're going to use. So you're going to have your black box, you're going to have your eraser color, you're going to have the metal band, you're going to have your pencil color, and the color of the wood. For the crayon box, there's going to be 3 colors. So you're going to again have your black box shape, you're going to have your crayon wax color, and your crayon wrapper color. All right, after you cut out your pieces, you're going to start with your black box shape, which is going to look like this or close to this for both the pencil and for the crayon. So I always like to start out by pre-folding along the score lines, and you can either do that by hand or you can use a folding tool like this. And that'll help you get really nice creases, which is why I like using a folding tool. After pre-folding your box, you're then going to glue down the details on each of the 6 sides of the box. And I like to start either from the bottom to the top or the top to the bottom. So we're going to take each of our 6 pieces and we're going to glue them down. And with this particular box design, you're going to be leaving a little bit of a gap between each piece. You're not going to butt them up right against each other because there's a small black outline on each of the pieces. You can see that here on the finished box. You can see that there's a little bit of a gap around each of the pieces to let that black box show through. So we're just going to go ahead and glue this down. Just make sure when you're gluing down that you're not going on top of any of the score lines so that it doesn't interfere with when you're actually going to fold the box and assemble it. All right, so I have one of the 6 sides glued down, so I'm just going to repeat that for the other 5 sides. So here we have the box now with all 6 sides glued down. So now we can start assembling the main box shape, which we're going to apply glue on this side tab here. And then curve it around to meet the other side. Next, we're going to be folding down each of these points. If you notice, there's a little tab on the side of each of these points. So we're going to apply glue there and then glue it to the tab next to it. And I like to do that one by one. You just want to hold it in place for a few seconds until you're sure that the glue has taken hold. And if you have any mess with the glue, you can just wipe that off. When you get down to the last tab, this is the hardest one to do because you're not going to be able to get your fingers in there like that. So what I like to do is I'll go ahead and apply glue on these last 2 tabs. And then you can use some sort of a long instrument like a skewer or a pencil or something along those lines where you can press it from the inside until the glue sticks. All right, so if this were the pencil box, you'd be done. With the crayon box, there's one extra step because we have a little flap at the top that folds down. So you have some little triangular shaped tabs. You can fold those in and apply some glue. And then fold down the tiny little hexagon. And again, you can use your skewer or your pencil to push it from the other side until the glue sets. And that step is not needed for the pencil because the pencil just ends in a sharp point. It doesn't have that little top piece. All right, so the assembly of your box is now complete. You can fill it with whatever you like, and then once you have filled your box, you fold down the tabs at the back and you close it at the lid, and you don't want to glue it when you close it, otherwise you won't be able to open the box. But that's all there is to it. Thank you so much for watching.